Good morning. It is week 33. It is Monday morning. And as usual, we're going to start looking at our science for this week. So, this week we are learning a new topic. It is extreme weather. And with extreme weather, you will click on the video today and go to Generation Genius. Watch the video on different types of weather and how scientists have learned to predict weather and what you can do to stay safe when certain types of weather hits. Okay, the next slide is your Generation Genius Challenge. You will answer the next 5 questions. Make sure that you are making a Google document and sharing that with me so that I can see your answers and check that and have proof that you've done your work. For reading, we are going to go ahead again today, do your warm-ups. This one is on cause and effect, on definitions, and then you're going to go down and watch the video right here. It's on inferencing. You're going to read dressing for weather and then answer the questions. Now, you'll be able to click and get to the document that I have shared where you can put your answers. Or if it is easier for you, you can make a Google document and share that with me. Remember, I want this to be easy for you. A lot of you are putting all of your work on one Google document. You're putting Monday, science answers, reading answers, writing, and math, and then you'll put Tuesday. That is fine. Whatever makes it easier for you and however you want to keep that organized, just make sure that you share those documents with me. I want to go back and look at your reading from last Thursday and go over this with you. It was on sod houses, and it says, I can determine the difference between facts and opinion. So let's look at this one together. When pioneers first moved to Oklahoma, they faced the challenge of creating shelter for themselves. Unlike New England, Oklahoma had fewer resources for building homes. New England had plentiful natural resources such as wood and stone. The Oklahoma prairies were flat and had few trees. What would they used to build shelter? The pioneers were very clever. They used the resources available to them. In the prairie, pioneers were able to use thick prairie grass and sod to build homes. Sod is the top layer of earth. It is a combination of dirt, roots, and grass. The early pioneers were very hard workers. They spent weeks tirelessly working on the buildings of their homes. The pioneers laid sod between bricks in order to form strong walls. They used dry grass, roots, mud, and brush to create roofs. These roofs were not perfect. They could become too weak and collapse. They also allowed for dirt and water to fall into the home. Pioneers were pleased with their hard work. Their sod homes stayed warm in the winter and cool in the summer. People should admire the hard work of these early pioneers. They were able to move into Oklahoma with little to no resources. They used the unfamiliar land to create homes and a living for themselves. They were not only hardworking but innovative. They were brave and adventurous. Okay, let's go to the questions. Which of the following sentences from the passage is an opinion? Remember, opinion is something you're thinking personally. You cannot prove it. So A, New England had plentiful resources such as wood and stone. B, the Oklahoma prairies were flat and had few trees. Or C, the pioneers were very clever. So let's look at this. I think it's easier sometimes to look at the facts first. So when I look at that, New England had plentiful resources such as wood and stone. Can I prove that in the text? Let's go back and look. Right up here in the very beginning, it says it had plentiful natural resources such as wood and stone. I can prove that. So that is not an opinion, it's a fact. The Oklahoma prairies were flat and had few trees. Let's go back and look. Do we see that anywhere in our passage? Well, let's see. Were flat and had few trees. That is another fact. So I know that the pioneers were very clever, is my opinion. Some people may not have thought they were clever. Strictly an opinion. Okay, over here, number 2. All the following are facts about sod houses except So remember, this time we're looking again for what is an opinion. The pioneers later layered sod between bricks to form strong walls. Did they do that? It says so in the passage. I'm going to put a little mark there and go back. The early pioneers were very hard workers. They used grass, roots, mud, and brush to create roots. Yes, they did. B is my opinion. Okay, let's go down to number 3. Which of the following is most likely the author's view of early pioneers? Tricky. Okay, so let's stop and look at this question. The author's view. So that would be the author's opinion. A, the author believes the early pioneers should be admired. B, the author believes the early pioneers should have brought more natural resources with them to Oklahoma. Or C, the author believes the early pioneers spent too long working on their homes. Tough one, right? Well, let's go back and look at it. If we look at how it's written, the sod homes stay warm in the winter and cool in the summer. People should admire the hard work of the early pioneers. So he's saying people should admire the hard work. Let's go back and look. Right here, A. Shows us right in the text. I know I don't do a very good job circling those. Number 4. Which of the following sentences best describes the last paragraph in the text? You know what? Let's go back and let's look at that last paragraph. Pioneers were pleased with their hard work. Their sod homes stayed warm in the winter and cool in the summer. People should admire the hard work of these early pioneers. They were able to move into Oklahoma with little to no resources. They used the unfamiliar land to create homes and a living for themselves. They were not only hardworking but innovative, they were brave and adventurous. All right, let's look. The last paragraph lists facts about the buildings of sod homes. Now, that was more in the first paragraph, correct? B, the last paragraph gives the author's opinions of the early pioneers. C, the last paragraph lists facts about natural resources. All right, we go with B. He's talking about his opinion of them. So that are the answers from last Thursday. I want to go over that real quick with you. Let's look at our math for today. Today, you're going to watch the video and complete the practice. We are doing some review this week. We are reviewing addition equations. So remember, an equation is a math problem with an answer. When you are adding decimals, it is important to remember you line those decimals up and that decimal comes straight down. So you're going to watch the video. After the video, you're going to solve 1, 2, 3, 4 questions. You can add those to your Google document. So that is what you're going to do for today's work. I will see you today at 1 o'clock on Zoom. If you have anything you are struggling with or need answers to before that, please send me an email or a remind message or in the chat room, whatever you need to do in order to get in touch with me, because I'm still here to help you and I'd love to hear from you and help you work some things out. So I will talk to you later.